In this tutorial, I'm going to be looking at a responsive two-column layout. The left column is fixed and the right column is fluid. So let's jump over to the code and have a look at this. So we've got the body tag, and then under the body tag we've got H1, responsive two columns. Underneath there we've got the start of our div class, which is called columns container, and inside there we've got our left column with some descriptive H2 text, our right column with some descriptive H2 text, and then we close our columns container. The CSS is fairly straightforward. We've applied a box sizing to all. We have a margin of 0 applied to the body tag. We have our columns container, which is a position of relative, and a margin of 0.5 ems. Our right and our left columns have a border of a solid 1 pixel light grey and a padding of 1.25 ems. The left column has a margin bottom of 0.5 ems, and then the important part is here, the app media. And the app media query is looking at the screen and the minimum width of 47.5 ems, and it applies to the right column with a margin left of 19.5 ems, and the left column with a position that is marked as absolute, and that has a width of 18.75 ems. And that is the HTML and the styles in good old Firefox. We can see we've got the left column and the right column, and as I make this screen smaller, the app media query kicks in and we have the left column on top of the right, and that's for mobile. So what we're basically saying is this is the mobile view, and anything bigger than this you jump into desktop view. So now in the version that I've actually finished, I'm going to just show you the design view, and I'm going to preview it in the browser and then explain everything that is going on. So in the browser we can see this is what it looks like on a desktop, and again as we make the screen smaller, what it looks like in a mobile device. So we can see that the left column is fixed and placed on top of the right column. As we get bigger, we're in desktop view. So let's have a look at the code. First of all, the HTML. Inside the columns container, we've got the left column and the H2 text, which has remained the same. And all I've done is added some dummy text, which runs from here all the way down to here. Then the div closes for the left column, and here we have the right column, which is fluid. And again, what I've done is I've added an image, just a small image of a mobile phone, and some dummy text. Now to look at the CSS. CSS for the box sizing has remained the same. On the body tag I've added a font family of Arial Helvetica. I've added a background image, which is called Coffee PNG. The paragraph, I've added a dark grey colour and a line height of 120%. The H1 text, which is the dark black text, I've added a black colour and a margin left of 0.5 ems. That's just to bring it in slightly. The font family is Korea New, just to make it slightly different. And the H2 text, I've made it a light grey. Columns container remains exactly the same. The right column remains almost exactly the same. It's still got the border and it's still got the padding, and all I've done is added a background colour of white because we've got the background image of the coffee beans and the coffee bag. Left column margin bottom remains the same. The app media query remains exactly the same, and it's still got the 47.5 ems, and it's got a position. The left column has got a position of absolute, which remains the same. Right column remains exactly the same, and that is the end of the styles. And just to preview it again, preview it in Firefox. So there's our desktop version of the layout, and you can see the coffee beans in the background and the bag of coffee there, and then we've got our bare bones layout here. So we started off with this, and as you can see, the H1 text is put left right up against, and the left column was empty and the right column empty, and we ended up with this. So we changed this to a dark black and we brought it in by that 0.5 em, just so that it lines up with the left column and the right column fluid, and you can see this image of a mobile device here just to the left of that text, and it remains so that we can scroll in from the desktop and we can see what it would look like on a mobile device, and that is it.